Hello and welcome to Catalysis. Take two. Did this whole thing and yeah, technical difficulties. It had no sound. So we're back at it again, and yeah, so we're gonna be redoing the whole thing. But it's okay. So hello and welcome to Cast.live. Or more specifically to Catalysis on Cast.live. And yeah, basically on Catalysis, we look into the process of the applications, or rather the proposals on the Catalyst Fund. The Catalyst Fund is funded from by the Cardano treasury, right? So Cardano is a cryptocurrency in which transactions take place on it, and as those happen, a fraction of each transaction has a fee, which goes to top up the treasury. And so there's millions in it at the moment. I think over 100 million, I think. Yeah, and sort of it's growing by the day. And yeah, so but then bit by bit a little bit of money is put aside for the different funds. So we have just gone past fund 2, and we are kind of partway or halfway through fund 3 at the moment, right? So Catalyst fund 3. Yeah, if you want to find out more, just go to cardano.ideascale.com, and yeah, you can be able to basically read all about it, create an account, and yeah, join in all the fun. So this time around in fund 3 there are 3 challenges. Well, it's either 2 or 3 depending on how you look at it, but this is one of them. So decentralized applications, and in this particular video I'm gonna be just breaking down the just giving a really kind of high level look at the proposals in this particular challenge in this fund. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so now let's just hide that and come here. Oh man, I'll be pissed if if this whole thing happens again and there's no audio. So hopefully there is audio. Maybe I should have checked, but I did do a test, like recording and then played it back, and so hopefully that ought to have worked. Anyway, okay, so now here we are looking at a spreadsheet, and this has been put together by an awesome community member. His name's Daniel Riba, not quite sure how to say his surname, but yeah, awesome community member who's basically gone to IdeaScale and sort of I think scraped every single page and created this this lovely document here. He's even gone to the trouble of actually creating different categories, right? So here we're looking at these different categories. I'm not going to read out all of them, but it's quite interesting, how you're sort of broken it down to like education, marketing, stake pool, resource, retail, or retail. That would be interesting though. Retail, real estate, ecology, games, marketplace, governance, medical, big data. Yeah, so like it's so broad, right? It's quite good to see that the diversity of sort of categories in these proposals. But anyway, so yeah, he's gone to the trouble of actually doing that. So yeah, I'm just basically sort of building on his work. I actually had started to like scrape and do this whole thing myself until I realized, actually, wait, hang on, someone's already sort of done majority of this work, so I might as well actually just like add on to his existing work, as opposed to trying to just duplicate work for no real added value there, right? So so I'm going to be breaking these down in a particular and looking into a number of things. One is whether or not the proposal is coming from someone who proposed in fund 2, right? So the prior fund. The next is I'm going to be looking at categories, right? As you can see, the different proposals fall into different categories. So I'm going to be looking at that. And then after that, to sort of close off, I'll just, we'll have a look at the breakdown of the budget in percentages, right? So we'll kind of look at the outliers, on the low end and then on the high end, and then maybe sort of speculate as to why those fall, in the sort of different ends of the spectrum. Okay, so now, as you can see here, pretty straightforward. The first point, a number of them, 20 out of, I think, around 100, give or take 100, 104. Some proposals have been withdrawn, so I'll just, for sake of, conversation, I'll just say 100 decentralized app proposals. So out of all of these, around 20 of them are coming from sort of people who've previously been engaged in the Catalyst process, in this case in Fund 2. And what's interesting about this is, you'd think, oh, okay, this is, this must only be, folks who in Fund 2 weren't successful, and then now they're coming back in Fund 3. But that's actually not the case, because as you can see here, actually one of these, where the hell are you? Yeah, there we go. This one is actually by someone who's successful in Fund 2, the Liquid team, Liquid protocol. So there's a whole bunch of diversity going on, which is super awesome. Right. Okay, so now we're gonna just break the categories down. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Right. Yeah. So as you can see, like, a healthy breakdown. Probably a bit too many DeFi proposals there. So we've got DeFi, we've got ecology, games, marketplaces, security and privacy, social networks, sports, like, and the list goes on, basically, like, and AI as well. I was like, what's AL? It's AI. And this one, I think, I'm quite looking forward to looking into ones like this, because I think, unless I'm wrong, this one's from someone who's actually got a bunch of experience within the artificial intelligence sector, realm, industry. Don't quite know what to call it. So anyway, that's categories. Now, just quickly move on. Here to budgets, right? So let's just order them. Okay, it's gone from small to big. Right. So, right here we have a proposal which is asking, requesting for $1, right, at 0.00% of the fund, of the total 5. Well, no, actually, technically, I believe for decentralized applications, it's half, right? So it's half of the 500k, so it's 250. Asking for $1. In this particular case, this person actually, in the proposal, said, I'm actually going to be changing that number. I had a look, and as of 10 minutes ago, it has not been changed, and I believe the proposals have now been frozen. So, proposers can't actually, go in and sort of edit stuff at the moment. And I think that's going to be the case until the voting actually happens. So, they probably screwed themselves over by not coming back to change it. But hey, they can always come back in Fund 4 and, rectify that. Given that, what's really awesome about this whole process is you get to interact with people, and you build community, and sort of you're able to communicate the value of the idea and stuff. So it's not just about the money, right? You can always come back for more money and break it down, and it's really about developing an idea, and in a way developing yourself as you work on the idea, and making connections socially with the community, you know, as they give you feedback, or even as you collaborate, like, you know, more intimately with people, you know, working with them on the project. So yeah, so okay, so that's one. Yeah, so let's look at three, either way, and then you've got another one here, which is actually put forward by yours faithfully, or yours truly, which is asking for 1,000, right? So at 0.40%, and then, you know, followed by a sticker market campaign, asking for 1,500 at 0.60%. And then last but not least, I'm just sort of discounting the $1 one for the moment. Yeah, you've got multiplayer strategy game. Yeah, so it would be interesting sort of to break down, once I come back to sort of like, you know, budget, breaking down, you know, the outliers, breaking down why, ooh, no, what am I doing there? Breaking down why some people kind of chose to go for what they chose to go for, right? You know, for example, you know, if the budget is really small, is it because they've decided, is it because the project itself actually just asks or needs just that? For example, I think maybe the sticker project might need that, but for example, the games, you know, the two games that fell into that particular threshold, most likely if you're developing a game, like, you're gonna need a lot, you know, a bit more. So like, why, you know, why did they ask for that? And then on the other end, you know, you've got proposals here, for example, Crowd Forestry, who's asking for 400%, right? And then you've got the next one down here, decentralized streaming platform, asking for 200%. And then, you know, down here, the legal technical token platform asking for 100%. So chances are, I mean, it'll be really well, the only one in with a chance out of all of these three is possibly the one asking for 100%, but chances are this person is not going to get it, because, you know, that will mean like everyone else won't get it, and you know, chances are like majority of the community are not just going to vote for this one particular proposal. So yeah, either way, once I get to, you know, the particular video where I'll break down, you know, where I'll be looking at budget, you know, percentages, looking at the outliers, yeah, this will be an interesting project to actually sort of like dig into, and sort of, you know, try and have a look at, you know, why are they sort of asking for what they're asking for. So anyway, that brings us to a close of that bit. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to be basically breaking down the different doing videos where I sort of break down, yeah, the different categories, you know, whether it's from, okay, here's sort of the projects from the alumni from Fund 2. Let's have a look at, you know, are there any particular patterns in here, kind of thing. And then moving on to like you know, categories like games or DeFi or marketplaces, you know, that kind of thing, which will be a whole bunch, of course. And then, you know, moving into the budget and sort of like, you know, having a look at that as well. Yeah, so yeah, that brings us to the end of this particular video or breakdown. Yeah, if you are a proposer, and, you know, obviously, you know, say one of your ideas is here, and yeah, because you're not gonna, at the moment, you're not gonna be able to actually edit, right? This phase is for actually engaging with voters and sort of communicating your idea. Reach out to me, let's have a conversation, and yeah, so in the meantime, I'll actually just be doing this. So this is obviously for the decentralized app creation challenge. Up next, I'm going to be doing the developer ecosystem, and then maybe after that, doing the community choice challenge, maybe, and then coming back to sort of like doing the sort of separate videos which break down the different categories. So yeah, yeah, so in closing, yeah, if you're a proposer, reach out, and yeah, we can have a chat. And in the meantime, I'll just carry on sort of, you know, doing these breakdowns to better help people just get a better sense of you know, what's out there, kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around.